I've got some kind of random first official box, not the blitz. There was a pass to the left flat. Like he wasn't. What happened?
From what I can remember, it's a quick game play. So I set left. Debo's my first guy in the progression, and then Ayuk second. I just saw space, and he had leverage on the backer, so I tried to put it on him on his back shoulder. And I remember like he just saw it different. He thought he's going to run up the field and have me put it over his shoulder, where I thought I needed to put it on him. So we were just not on the same page. Second play of the game, I think it was. So yeah, the explosive. Yeah. Yeah, we were just not on the same page. But from there, I feel like we got right with each other.
Yeah. That first play, but it woke you up. Is that what happened?
Honestly, yeah, I was like, okay, I need to, get into it. And that hit actually sort of settled just like the nerves and stuff that I had for that game, I feel like I sometimes need to get hit to, get into the game and feel like, all right, now I'm good to go. I'm good to stand in the pocket and make throws and go through progressions. So that hit sort of helped. Nah. I just usually just let the game do it for me. So, yeah.
It's kind of laughing at you a little.
Probably. I don't really remember, man. I was so locked in on, dang it, dude, I was in the wrong play or whatever. So, but knowing George, he probably was laughing.
Did you reflect on that moment, that game, your first start with Tom Brady? What do you think?
Yeah, it was huge. Just like the confidence, that came from that, knowing that, all right, I can play in this league. We were on a roll too. We had our sights set on, finishing out the season strong. So I was more excited just to show my teammates and the guys in this building that, I can be the guy to help do that. And so it was a huge game for myself, my confidence. And looking back on it, it's always, sort of fun just to see, where I was, as a backup, trying to make my way in the NFL, and then, sort of making a name for myself. So. Yeah, it's always good. It's a good memory for sure.
And when did you know it was?
Yeah, it was the third down where I scrambled and dove. I dove for the first down. There was a holding on the play, so it didn't even count. But I remember when I extended, my body just sort of twisted against itself on the ground, and I felt a pop. And but I had so much adrenaline and stuff. I was like, all right, I'm fine. I'll keep playing. And then every drive, it just got more painful, and then in the second half, I was like, yeah, this is killing. So, yeah.
You got hit for feel it?
Yeah, in the back of my mind, every hit and stuff, I was sort of trying to roll with the hits and stuff, trying to protect my rib. But, yeah, it was, like I said, it just sort of started getting worse and worse every drive. I remember that 2-minute drill before the half, that last touchdown to BA. That one, I was like, yeah, this is hurting real bad. So, but the adrenaline and stuff from the game, sort of just kept me going through it. So, yeah. I think the scheme and everything is similar. Last year we obviously didn't get a whole lot of Vita Vea, Winfield Jr. So it's like those guys, man, they make a huge difference in that defense. They're the generals on the field, and then obviously the backers. We played against them last year, but with all of them playing together, man, it's definitely different for us. But in terms of the scheme, the coverages, and what they do, it's similar, but every year is a little different. So, yeah.
Talked about the value Debo and Trent back on the field. I'm curious, just picture, how do you view having those guys? What does it mean setting?
Yeah, I mean, they've been huge pieces the last couple of years for this offense. Guys that we could all look to in terms of, creating the energy, the spark. Honestly, even like before the game, Trent is the one that breaks us all down before we go out to the field. And, when he's not playing, he doesn't do it. So even just having that kind of aspect and energy, like he's a huge piece of this culture, man. And then Debo as well, obviously being able to get him the ball, make plays, feed off his energy and his swagger that he plays with. They've had so much success and helped build this place to what it is now over the past couple of years. So having those guys back, I mean, they're huge. They're a part of our offense, and for me as a quarterback, it's like, man, like those are two of the guys that I always want to be playing with, and for me, it helps out with my confidence and stuff every play. So they're definitely huge for us.
That Tampa game was the first of 17 starts, and so you've basically started. When you look back, do you see a drill?
Yes and no. There's plays that I made and stuff in that game where everyone was like, wow, this guy can play. So it just felt good. But, after you play for a while, it's like, in a sense, you're sort of expected to play at that standard. So that's where I'm at with that. I watched the film. There's some stuff on the film, honestly, where I was like, dude, like that's a little sloppy. I can clean it up. Just the operation, how I run the offense. Those are all areas I feel like I've grown and can continue to be better at. But, the spark, the energy, the chip on the shoulder that I played with in that game, I feel like in the sense is sort of the same. Like still trying to prove to myself that I belong in this league and on this team and stuff like that. So yeah, honestly, I'm still learning with all this, my mindset and stuff throughout the season. It's a long season, but even like the 3 games where we lost, it's like sort of reminding myself of, dude, you got to play with that chip on your shoulder again and be hungry and prove to yourself that every single game you got to prove to yourself that you're supposed to be there. And so looking back on the film and watching that Bucs game, it's like, man, I was playing like that. So it's always good to go back and sort of just remind myself of that mentality. Yeah, honestly, a lot. Last year going into that game, it's like everyone's eyes were on me. Like I feel like the guys in the locker room and stuff, like how's this rookie going to handle it? The preparation. Like it's one thing to get thrown into a game and not all the pressure and stuff's on you. It's like you sort of have that outlet of, I just got thrown into the game. Give me a week to prepare. But now you got a week to prepare, and it's like, all right, let's see what you can do with it. So I feel like there definitely was some, expectations and pressures and stuff that I felt just naturally. But, compared to now, it's like, I put that pressure and expectation on myself in terms of I have to play at this standard now, trying to get better every single week. But last year, going into this game, was definitely on another level.
How do you balance the mindset of stay aggressive versus be patient, take care of the football, take the check down? How do you balance that and still stay aggressive?
Yeah, it's a mindset, I'd say. Just playing without fear. The fear of failure is something that I feel like I've learned over the years, especially in college. If you go out there and have that mentality of I don't want to mess up, then you start playing timid, and then you're obviously not playing like yourself, like you have growing up your whole life with that competitive edge. So that's one thing that I've learned for sure is to try to take out fear, throw it out the window, and play clear-minded, play like a surgeon. Do what Kyle's asking of me, but being smart with the ball at the same time, but also having the mentality of playing fearless. And that doesn't mean play reckless, but be smart with the ball, play within the offense and scheme. If something happens where it's off schedule, play ball. So I'm still learning that, honestly, but I feel like that's how I look at it right now.
Brock, we asked a lot of guys on defense a big win. How do you make sure the guys in the huddle?
Yeah, I think we have so much, experience and just the veteran leadership on this team where I don't have to be a rah-rah guy and tell guys, hey, we can't get complacent or anything. Like, that's the expectation. We know it's a long season. Every single Sunday matters. That we all know what's at stake every Sunday. So that's the cool thing about it. But with new plays and new things going on for this game plan and this week, that's my job. That's where I sort of get on guys and be like, hey, we have to be cleaner here with the little details within the plays and stuff. So, that's, I guess, where I could get on guys, but I don't have to be in the locker room telling everybody because we have the experience and guys know what to do and what to expect. So.